Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, Eva Marcille and her husband are now divorced. I called that about a year ago. I'm going to read y'all an article. Let me share my screen. Shouldn't have blindsided nobody. Okay. Eva Marcille and Michael Sterling divorced after a 4-year marriage. They've been together like 8 years. Real Housewives of Atlanta's Eva Marcille has split from her husband, Michael Sterling, after 4 years of marriage. Eva is perhaps best known for her 2006 stint on America's Next Top Model, where she beat out actress Yaya DaCosta to snag the top spot, as well as several modeling deals with high-end brands under Tyra Banks' mentorship. However, her time on Real Housewives following her marriage to Michael solidified her stardom. The two tied the knot in 2018, and fans got a glimpse into their nuptials during season 11. They welcomed a son soon after, joining their 2 older kids, including daughter Marley Ray from Eva's previous relationship. After 4 years together and a family of 5, Eva and Michael have called it quits. According to court documents, Eva filed for the divorce, surprise, surprise, from her husband on March 23rd, describing their marriage as irretrievably broken. I wonder why. Speaking to People in the wake of the filing, the star divulged, "This has been one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make." They always say that, yet they end up at that decision. But sometimes life takes your journey in a direction you were not expecting. It's always life's fault. "Our children remain our biggest priority, and the 8.5 years we have spent together will always be cherished." She urged everyone to respect the family's privacy. The court documents revealed that prior to the filing, the two already lived in a state of separation, keeping fans in the dark. While Michael's stance on the divorce remains unknown, Eva is demanding an equitable division of all assets acquired and debts incurred throughout the marriage. She also wants the court to award her the property she owned before the marriage. As for their kids, the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip star is seeking legal and primary custody and child support. In the filing, Eva, who has been open about past abusive relationships, also demanded support with care and maintenance, as well as medical costs. Like, I'm trying to figure out, what do past abusive relationships have to do with this one if he wasn't abusive? But anyway. Together, Michael and Eva are parents to 2 sons, including Michael and Maverick. They also have a daughter, who is Marley Ray, from Eva's past relationship with singer Kevin McCall. The couple welcomed their first son in 2018, months after their October 2018 nuptials. Eva and Michael became parents again with the arrival of Maverick in 2019. Throughout their 2-season run on Real Housewives, the pair seemed like the ideal couple with a loving family. In fact, their love story seemed very sweet from their emotional wedding to their social media posts. As a result, this divorce announcement comes as a surprise, not to me. However, their decision to split isn't entirely a complete blindside. The pair has refrained from posting about each other on social media for a while, with the latest post going back to early 2023 on January 6th. Blah, 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 not important. When they talking about they had 5 kids, they only named 3. What are the other 2? Who's the other 2? Anyway, let me stop. Now let's do a little Dipsy do. Anybody remember this? A little throwback for you. Remember when I did this?
What are you doing?
I want to meet Trey.
Where you going?
To meet Trey.
Dre don't need these shoes. Dre do not need to see any of these shoes. Let me see this item. Mike, where you going?
Don't embarrass me in front of all your fans.
Mike, Sterling, where you going?
I'm just going to meet Trey. Just I don't want no problems.
Dre need these shoes? You got
dressed.
you no. You did not just get dressed.
I'm sure Dre don't.
Why did you just put on these shoes?
I want to look. I'm stepping at the house. I
For
want to
Dre?
look nice. We gotta represent you and our family well. I'm on your side.
Meanwhile, I'm over here in a Woodstock t-shirt and some distressed joggers and some Uggs with my husband's face on it. And he walking out this bitch like Dapper Dan. Mike, don't you be trying to, Mike. You going? Are you staying in the house? Or you going out? You got on some out shoes. Where you going?
Okay. Now I got sound this time. Now, you had people in the comment section talking about, well, she was just playing and that was just banter with her and her husband and y'all taking it too serious and y'all. But here's the problem with it. It was two problems with that video. Number one, the way she was talking to him, even in jest. Number two, it wasn't just banter. You filmed that and then posted it on your social media platforms. You are Eva Marcille, and even though you may not model the way you used to, we all know you from America's Next Top Model. We followed your career. You was on one of them housewife shows for some period of time or whatever. And so you have a fan base, ma'am. Now, I know y'all remember that. See, it was from that. See, people don't pay attention to what's going on. Because she was so comfortable doing that and because he was so uncomfortable with it, that told me everything I need to know about how problematic their relationship dynamics were. So this little divorce does not surprise me, especially when we get to the point. See, they always throwing off accountability. I'm going to tell you how she threw away accountability. When she said, this has been one of the hardest decisions I have ever had to make. But sometimes life takes your journey in a direction you were not expecting. See, that's cap. These chicks always do stuff like this. They have these masculine interactions with their husband on a regular basis. They break him down during the marriage. That was emasculating to that man. He actually said it in the clip. Don't embarrass me. Please don't embarrass me in front of all your fans. He wasn't playing. You were playing, but it was LBVS because you was grilling him about where he was going. The insinuation was you're not going to see your guy because you dressed too nice. You actually out to see a woman. So she was LBVS accusing him of possibly cheating on her. That was the playful insinuation there. Okay? That he was looking too good to be going out with his boys. He had to be, there's a woman involved somewhere. And knowing that's the sisterhood's, ultimate cardinal sin. Right? And then they throw it off with life. That's not just life. The reason why that's cap and the reason why that's an aversion of accountability is because what that means is I didn't have any control over it. See, when you talk about what life is doing, we don't have control over the circumstances and the situations of life. Things happen, things come our way. We find ourselves in certain, situations or whatever. Many times it's not necessarily of our making or doing. What we control is how we respond in those situations and circumstances. But a lot of times a circumstance will just happen. Things just happen. You get up one day, you plan your day going to be a certain thing. Something else happened, change the whole trajectory of your day. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to make adjustments on the fly. Those are circumstances and conditions. That's life happening. Okay? But when they say that, they are dodging accountability by saying, I didn't have any input in the dissolution of this marriage. I didn't have nothing to do with it. It was just life came at it, and then I found myself filing for divorce. That is the ultimate cap and the ultimate dodging of accountability that Black women like to do when their marriages fail. It's always life's fault. It's always some external thing that was going on that caused them to ultimately make the decision to break their family. Now, for those of you who say that Black women need to divest and really the problem is with Black men, he is not Black. So what was the problem? He accepted her with a child. I don't know if he had children prior to or what have you. Together for 8 years, married for 4, now divorced. What was the point? Y'all should have stayed shacking up. Because first of all, it don't take 4 years to get married. No how. To be trying to get married to rectify all the problems in your relationship. What you wait for? Wait until your relationship had a bunch of problems that you thought marriage was going to fix. It don't. So now you came together, you had this big fancy wedding, whatever. The clips of it was on Real Housewives and all that kind of stuff. Only to 4 years later, you got to file for divorce because your relationship is irretrievably broken. I guess it is. Because if that was a glimpse of the real dynamics in your household, of course it's broken. You broke him. He been emasculated. You turned off his 4 Ps. When there was no way you were supposed to film what you filmed with that man a year ago and put that out on social media for everybody to consume because you thought it was funny and you thought it was humorous and all of this other type of stuff had, you know what I'm saying, thousands of people laughing at that man or however many followers you get. Now that's posted in perpetuity. That's just up. Even if you erase it, my video got it if don't nobody else has got it. And everybody in her comment section thought it was funny. Is it funny? Family broke. Always breaking your family because y'all masculine in these relationships. And then don't take no responsibility for the dynamic that and your part of that dynamic that broke that relationship down. Because I guarantee you if that was the regular way she talked to that man, that's why they divorced. That's ultimately why they divorced. That's ultimately the articulation of the issue. He probably articulated that several times. She didn't see no problem with how she was talking and how she was behaving and interacting with him. And I guess it is irretrievably broken because you irretrievably masculine. Don't want to not have the power dynamic in the relationship. But if y'all was so awesome, y'all having the power dynamic should actually make the relationship unbreakable since you know what's best for the relationship all the time. And you don't want to be underneath the coverage and the guidance and the leadership of your husband. You feel like y'all need to be partners and you have to have as much say or more in the relationship as he do. Then why y'all relationships don't be lasting then since y'all know so much? Since y'all are capable of carrying a relationship and y'all understand how the dynamic should go and you know what I'm saying, it's all going in your favor until it's not. Now then all of a sudden it ain't your fault, it's life. Just took you in a different direction. Like you just woke up one day in a different direction. Like stop. Stop that. Knock that off. You've been working your way to that. Y'all just can't stay together no longer than about 8 years or so. Just want to go back to the street. Tired of being in a relationship. Tired of being over there. Tired of him. Because I ain't see the attraction no way from her to him. He was attracted to her. But that don't seem like that. Don't seem like no kind of man Eva was really attracted to and really trying to get up underneath him. He was just easy. He loved her, and he was stable for her. He got with her because he loved her. She got with him because he was stable. He provided, and I don't mean financial, I'm saying he provided the stability to her emotionally. Now, I don't know much about her previous baby daddy, but Eva seemed like the type that's alpha widowed. She another Jada in that sense. Alpha widowed. Went with the safe guy, but don't respect the safe guy. Eva needs somebody to be breaking her down in that bedroom all the time because she got an unending amount of chaos that she don't check and that she don't allow to be checked. I guarantee you, she did not respect his system, order, and structure. She didn't respect his SOS. It was, in her eyes, it was too soft. It was too loving. Loved her too much. So therefore, not with a heavy hand with her. We really check her and really be like, hey, because you could tell in that clip. See, another man, she was waiting on him to say, hey, get me off of that. Don't ever do that no more. Are you recording this? And who you really talking to? I said I was going out. Leave me alone, Eva. Bye. See, she wanted him to do that. But that's not his style. That's not Michael's style. That's obviously not his character. He said, I don't want no trouble. See, she don't want no man say that to her. I don't want no trouble. He need to be the trouble. She need not want that smoke. And see, that wasn't the dynamic. Eva's one of those kind of women. She need to be broke down in the bedroom all the time. Because that's where most of her chaos come from. But she gonna have a mouth and all this other kind of stuff. So you gotta constantly check. And see, men get tired of that. Even the man that's capable of doing it get tired of doing all that. You run out of patience with that. Because you keep on acting up. Because you want him to check you. You like the feeling of being checked. So you keep on acting up. That's when it get unbearable. See, women are naturally chaotic, but it has to have a boundary to it. When you don't allow it lack a boundary when you keep testing that man order and breaking the order relentlessly. That's when it become negative. And that relentless breaking of the order all the time, and he constantly got to check. That's when you start crossing the line into disrupting his peace. Now you're not just disrupting order. Now you're disrupting the peace of the relationship. So it's not innocent. It's malicious and negative. Men don't mind checking every once and again, little bit. And you don't break rank often. Little bit of chaos. He looking for a little bit of chaos. It's a little, mostly sexual. He want to break you down in the bedroom. That's fun. And that don't break the peace of the relationship. But you got to keep your chaos in check in other ways. It can't run rampant. You have to allow yourself to be under order. That's the balance. Hyenas don't have balances. It's just all chaos all the time. No order. That's why these relationships be breaking up like that. So there's a positive and a negative. Negative engagement in chaos means that a woman is constantly, this is the kind of woman, the woman that negatively engages in chaos all the time is the one that say she need to be handled. That's what she's talking about. I'm constantly chaotic and I never submit myself to order. So you constantly gotta check, check, check. See that? See, don't nobody got time for that. Don't nobody got time for that. Knock that off. Anyway, just wanted to say, called it. Anyway, just wanted to bring y'all attention to that. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hello, my Crimsonites and all of my supporters. I invite you to go and get your copy of my new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale now at crimsoncure.com. This is guaranteed to change your perspective and positively impact your life. So go ahead now to crimsoncure.com and get your copy today.